Hey y'all, it's your girl Mariah Sincere, and I am back with another live. Again, I'm coming on at 3 o'clock. I'll be on at 3 o'clock today, tomorrow on Thursday. Friday, I will come on at 5 o'clock. So this is for my people who cannot catch me when I do a later live at night, so that you can listen to me while you're at work, finishing your shift or on your way home from work. So I'm really excited about this live, guys. So just remember, as y'all are coming in, to hit the like button and comment to let me know that you are here and participate. So today, guys, the topic we are going to talk about this um, situation going on with Cam Newton and his harem of baby mothers, and the fact that Jazzy and Cam Newton are basically trying to play cleanup with the mess that he made with that interview with Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Now, hey D Mally, what's up? I'm glad to see you here. I'm glad to see you here. Now, of course, I just want to read it. Hi, Isis. Hi. Oh, I've never seen you comment, so you must be new here. Wanted to hear your thoughts on this. Thank you for this video. Okay, well, it's good to see you here, girl. Yeah, we're going to talk about this. Feel free to comment, disagree, like, dislike, whatever y'all want in the comments. I'm going to go ahead and light this candle, y'all. Y'all, I bought this candle at a festival here in Colombia, and it smells so good. I'm glad I got that lady's number because I'm going to buy more candles from her. This candle smells so good. Okay, I am sorry. My internet kind of went out for a little bit. Okay, so I'm waiting just a couple more minutes to get started. Um, put a one in the chat if I'm unfrozen and you can see me now. It should be good. Just to give y'all a couple of reminders, remember, if you need anybody to help you with your travel plans, I got you. Hit me up at mariah.brown@fora.travel. And if you need any help changing your life, completely restructuring your life, I did. At the beginning of the year, I was living in the United States, miserable, didn't like my life, came up with a 6-month plan, and now I'm living in Colombia, living out my dreams. Okay, it's possible. So if you need any help with any situations that you're going through, help with your mindset, help coming developing a plan to help you fix your life, I got you. Okay, so I'm okay, good. We're good to go. So now, I'm sure by now y'all have all seen that interview that Cam Newton did with Cheyenne Bryant, where basically he said he wants to have more children. He doesn't care how they come, even though he already has 8. And the problem isn't necessarily that he has 8 children. It's the fact that he has 3 different baby mamas. Okay. Now, I was under the impression that Cam Newton broke up with the first baby mother. Then, after that breakup, got another woman pregnant in between Jazzy, and then got Jazzy, got into a relationship with her and got her pregnant. Well, since then, Cam Newton's baby mother has come out and said that no, the reason why they broke up was because he had an outside baby, which was wild to me. Now, those of y'all who don't know, Cam Newton's baby mother is Kia Proctor. Now, when they first got together, Cam met her out the strip club. She was a stripper. Now, I've got to give Cam his props, because when he says he has 8 children, he includes Kia's first child from her first relationship. That is not his biological child. He never leaves that baby out. So we're not going to drag him on that end. Like, somebody can be a flawed person and be messed up in the head, but also do good deeds. So he treats Kia's by other child like he treats all his biological kids. So when people are getting on Kim and getting on Kim and be like, oh, he had 5 kids by her, he had 4. Now, still, that's not better, as far as him having all those kids with her and then choosing not to marry her. But we are going to give him props for taking on a child that was not his, and he does not have to do that. And he still provides for that child just the same. So he met her in the strip club. I remember there being a lot of controversy surrounding that because people were like, okay, well, you wifing a stripper. And he was like, I love it, baby. She's stripperific. Now, Kia, she seems like a sweet girl. One thing is that you can't necessarily judge people by their occupation. And we haven't seen Kia we've never heard of her doing anything foul, shady, messing with his teammates, out and about in these streets, thotting and bopping. So it seemed like even though she was a dancer, she was a good girl and she was wanting marriage from Cam Newton. Like she wanted to be with this man. And we're going to watch the interview that she did explaining the situation. I have it pulled up here. And she has a YouTube channel on here, guys. So I got this from the Shade Room. Oh, hold on. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. They want me to log in with all my credentials. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I already had this pulled up, but it wants me to log back in. That's so terrible. These phones have us so dependent. I can't even remember my password for my Facebook. There it is. That should be it. Okay, give me a second. Okay, while I'm getting that together, I'm going to show y'all this video that Jasmine Brown made in response to the backlash that she's getting because she's doing damage control right now. She wants to make it seem like she's not all that dumb. She's like a willing participant, which she is. She is a willing participant in this situation. Hey, Nicole, good to see you, girl. She is a willing participant in this situation. Let's be clear. But I really think, like, I'm starting to think now, either she's majorly trolling or she's extremely eggplantmatized, which I don't see how you go from, if y'all remember the videos that she used to put up, basically, even when she wasn't doing Toya Turn Up, when she was just doing her videos as herself, as Jazzy, when she would talk about not accepting I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on with this Wi-Fi lately. Okay, she seemed like she had it all together, and now she seems like she's gotten brainwashed. I don't know if this is Stockholm syndrome. I don't know if she just got so lonely from being single that she wants to convince women that we need to be like submissive, and I don't know. But we're going to watch how she responded to this while I go ahead and get logged into the interview from Kia. But it's very disappointing. And here's my thing: I don't mind that she's deciding that she wants to be submissive for herself. It's the fact that like there's nothing wrong with being submissive to a man and liking to do things for a man. She calls it serving, right? But it needs to be for the right person. And while a lot of celebrities try to say, oh, we're not role models for people, we're not role models for kids and young girls, the fact of the matter is, once you put yourself in a position to where you have a public platform and you're as pretty as Jazzy is, you are as likable as she has been, people are going to want to do what you do. That's not even just kids, that is grown people. So when you are pushing this message about submissiveness to a man that doesn't really value you and has made it known publicly that he's open to having more kids and it don't even have to be you, right? Then what happens is now you become a negative influence. Now you were influencing people to do dumb stuff. She could be doing all this stuff with Cam Newton and they just be quiet about it. I don't understand why they have to come on the internet for with this foolishness. Okay. So let me share this screen. Dang, all of this I'm gonna have to go on Instagram. Okay, y'all just gonna have to wait. And I pulled all this up and had it ready to go for y'all. That's the thing about social media. It makes it so easy for you to manipulate information and Okay, let me figure that out. While we're figuring that out, I'm going to share this video that Cam Newton did talking about how he feels like he made a mistake with how he treated his girlfriend, Kia Proctor, that he's now split with. Okay.
Outside of your own girlfriend. Yeah, both of y'all taking y'all clothes. A personal situation for me. My longtime girlfriend at the time, we had a family.
and I made a mistake. I hurt her and I jeopardized our family at that time. And I had a child outside of our relationship. And coming from where I come from, being the person who I am, nobody will ever speak on it, because we got a lot of people who are in high power still make humanistic mistakes. And I can honestly say I made a humanistic mistake.
The more I watch Cam Newton talk, the more I think he dumb as hell, yo.
Okay.
Ain't no way.
Let me pause this because Cam Newton, he's one of those people who does things, and it's not that he's wrong. It's not that we all don't make human mistakes, right? That's not the problem. Okay? It's the fact that he seems like the type that will make the same mistake over and over and over again, and then steady keep talking about I'm human or I just have a problem and not actually go seek help for the problem. Like, I wonder if, probably not, but I wonder if after he cheated on Kia, he went to therapy, right? Okay. I wonder if that man went to therapy. I wonder if he actually sought help. I wonder if he took the necessary steps to make a change so that he would not cheat again. And I don't think that was the case because, like I said in my other live talking about this, when you have a man with money, power, and status, the motivation to change is just not enough. Why? Because there's always going to be a woman who is ready and willing to put up with the BS. So it makes the man comfortable. It's like, why would I change when I can still get everything I want? And what happens is men begin to, like this, begin to devalue women, honestly and truly, because it's like, why would I value you if I can just replace you, right? What you won't put up with, another woman will. So Kia was saying in her interview, like she thought that her and Cam had something special when she found out that he had cheated on her and had another baby, so she was under the impression, okay, we have something special. I'm like gonna be your wife. She says she thought they were headed towards marriage. Now, I've heard Cam Newton say before, well, she changed her mind about marriage in the, at towards the end, which is probably truly true. But let's trust and believe that even if he knew he didn't want to be married, for her to say that, they were having conversations about marriage, and I promise you, he did not tell her not one time, no, we're not going to get married. And she stood on business. Okay. Now, let me see if I can find her interview about Cam Newton on YouTube because it's on the Shade Room. But let me try to see if I can find it on YouTube because for whatever reason, my Instagram is not letting me log in. Yeah, I'm gonna be so mad if I can't find this. Now, let's finish listening to what this man had to say because I like hearing a man's perspective. And I like how he started with, like, the more Cam Newton talks, he seems dumb. And he does to me. Like, y'all remember in that interview when Cheyenne Bryant, the doctor, broke down what a high functioning and low functioning person was. And then he proceeded to tell her that she did not answer the question, and she did. He just didn't comprehend it. So this is not just women noticing that he don't have it all the way up there. This is another man's
hell. You cheat on your girlfriend, long-term girlfriend. You cheat on her, get another girl pregnant, and then say, "Oh, I made a mistake. I made a humanistic mistake." That ain't no goddamn mistake. I say like a mistake is driving 5 miles over the speed limit. A mistake is trying to throw something in the trash, and instead of it landing in the trash, it land on the floor. A mistake is you pulling out some money to give somebody, and you made a mistake and didn't give them all the money. You gave them some of the money. Those are everyday mistakes. You finding a girl outside of your own girlfriend. Yeah, both of y'all taking y'all clothes off You getting up in there, raw, shooting her club up, she get pregnant. You made a whole bunch of decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Those was no mistakes. I would have respected him more if he would have said, yeah, I made a few bad decisions that day or that night. I disrespected my family. She deserved to leave me. I made.
Let me tell y'all what men like Cam Newton do. Okay, because he's right. That's not a mistake. I remember I was talking to this man like a month ago. We were out here in Colombia in Medellin, and we were at a stadium, and he was like 40 something going on 50, and he never had a wife and kids. And I was like really impressed. I was surprised that he at least never had any kids. And he was like, "Why are you surprised? That's not that's a very on purpose thing to do." And I said, "Well, men say that they have slip ups." And he was like, "No, you don't just slip up and get a girl pregnant. That doesn't happen. You do. They're doing that on purpose. They're doing that on purpose. They're being careless. They're choosing to, release in these women and then playing dumb about it later. That's not something that you accidentally do." Okay. And then on top of that, you can always use protection before. So he was explaining to me that's a very intentional act. And I ain't never had a slip up. So a lot of these men, and you can tell if y'all look at the thumbnail I had for this video, all his baby mamas are pretty. And what it is a lot of these athletes, you would think that in high school they got all the girls, but a lot of the times they're very like insulated from dating because they are constantly at practice. A lot of athletes, they're very shy, or maybe they weren't as handsome as they used to be, or maybe they were seen as square and they didn't get as much attention as the boys who were the thugs in school. So when they get to a certain level of income, status, and power, it's like all of a sudden they get to hit all the girls that they wanted to hit. And you would think like, dang, they still have those insecurities, being that they might be taller than the average man, or they might have more money or be more talented. But yes, that definitely does exist within that demographic of men. I can say this personally. Working in high school, I've seen it. I've seen the pretty girls choose to not date the athletes and be dating the boy who was walking around with his pants sagging and has a head full of dreads and gets high every day and got a boyfriend that don't nobody know about. That's another part they don't want to talk about. But yes, I have personally seen that. So a lot of the times these athletes are trying to make up for what they feel like they missed out on in high school. Honestly and truly.
Made mistakes. I'm man enough to admit, like, not mistakes, bad decisions. Like, if he would have just said that, because that never worked in the history of man, unless you got money. Like Cam Newton, he do got money, but they still broke up. But if you're a regular dude and you tell your girl, like, look, I cheated on you, I got another girl pregnant, but I made a humanistic mistake. Can you please take me back? Any girl in their right mind will be a damn fool to take you back.
Mm-hmm.
A mistake. No, it was a bad decision. I know you got that mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what y'all think about this? Your boy B? Moose.
But they be falling for it. A lot of the girls, that's another thing. A lot of the girls, they fall for this. Or one thing, I was listening to Shira and she was saying basically you have to know when you're dealing with an athlete, you just have to know what comes with it and just expect that they're going to be cheating and having outside babies and things of that nature. Now, me personally, when you listen to Kia talk, it doesn't sound like she may have just got with Cam for the money, or it seems like she really loved him and that might have been her first baller. She doesn't seem like the type that gets with a man for a check. And then on top of that, I understand why she felt deeply about him, because he accepted not only her but her kid and has been good to her kid. So again, I want to reiterate that, y'all, my dang neighbor and their dog. But I think she went into it naive. I think she went into the situation thinking that he was gonna love her and settle down with her. And I think that really blindsided her when she got another woman pregnant. When he got another woman pregnant. You could tell. I can't wait to pull up this interview, y'all. I'm changing my credentials now. So that I can get in here and show y'all these videos. You can tell that she was really blindsided by the cheatation that went on. Shout out to Tamar. Okay. Okay. Give me 1 second. Ooh, this dang dog. Okay, I think I can get in now. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm going to share this tab. So, this is a video that shows Cam and Jazzy pretending like they're unbothered shortly after he did the interview with Dr. Brian. Just making sure y'all can see it. Okay, so I don't know if y'all can hear the music. I hope I don't get a copyright for it. But basically, he was saying, "You why have one woman when you can have three?" That's what the song is saying. Okay, you got three different women to do three different things. Now she's laughing, playing, and singing along with him. And this was shortly after he did the interview. So they know people are talking. So at this point, I'm like, are y'all just trying to get attention, or are you just that slow? Are you just that slow? You don't see her and Cam as seeking social media clout. She was very much in the lens seeking clout years before Cam. And yes, hi Carrie Frazier. I talked about this in my last live, because there's video upon video upon video of her talking to women about the things that these type of men do, explaining how to not get caught up, talking about how to be a good side chick. And now you're on the internet acting slow, acting like you are not operating at your full mental capacity and that your wheels don't turn all the way. Because I would never, even just to play or make fun of people, I would never go on the internet and play like that. So yeah, there's this other video that she did. Here, let me play this one. Give me 1 second. Where she was just talking about, I love to serve. And she was sounding like 12 years a slave. And again, there is nothing wrong with doing for your man. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about specifically the fact that Cam said he's scared to marry, so he's probably not even going to marry the girl. She's the third baby mama, and he's saying he wants to have kids, and he don't care how they come. So he didn't make it clear that he wants to have his kids by Jazzy. This is the scenario in which we are talking about, where you would be an absolute fool to be submissive to a man. Okay. I cannot hear this.
I don't know about y'all. I don't know what brings you guys joy, but it really brings me joy to serve. I love being a servant. I love to serve. It just brings me joy. I love it. I love serving. I love it. I love it. I don't give a damn. I'll be up at 6 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning, cooking breakfast, serving. I just love that. I love it. Yeah. It's like, it just gives me purpose. And now with the new baby, now I just feel even more purposeful, especially like when I breastfeed. I feel so full of life. I love it. I love it.
She got to be trolling. Cause ain't no way. And let me tell you, like, yes, there is purpose in motherhood. There is purpose in being a parent. So there's nothing wrong with somebody finding purpose in being a parent. But it's also the fact that, girl, you were like, you had your own success before you got with this man. And I don't hear her anymore talking about the purpose that she finds in career. And I'm saying this as somebody who was a mother. I'm saying this as somebody who's been a teacher. I'm saying this as somebody who has been that catering girlfriend as well. It's like all those other facets of her personality are no longer, and all she wants to do is get in these internet streets and talk about serving a man who really has not committed to her. And that is the danger in it. Okay. This is not your husband. This is not a man that's even publicly saying he's thinking about getting married to her. It's wild to me. Okay. So this is a clip about Cam talking about how she helps Jazzy, helps him cultivate his relationships with his daughters. Okay, so when women say they don't want to be submissive to a man, it's hearing stuff like this, honestly and truly, because Kim isn't saying, oh, there are some problems here. It's not like even the situation with Big Sean and Janae Aiko, when Big Sean was like, well, there are some problems that need to be fixed before we get married, which I've talked about him, right? Kim has nothing but positive things to say about Jazzy. He has nothing but, hey, she's improved my life and elevated me in this way. We don't hear anything but her singing the praises of how she cooks his breakfast and packs his bags and listens to him and rubs his back. She even knows when he's asleep, like everybody else doesn't know when somebody falls asleep next to him. She's like, she knows all these things about him, and yet he's still too afraid to marry her. So y'all understand, when women are saying we don't want to do wife duties when we are just a girlfriend, it's because of this. It's because of stuff just like this. Hey girl, hey Binky. Okay, I'm glad I got all my ladies with me today. Yeah, it's stuff just like that. Okay, where we are publicly seeing women serve and serve and serve and give their life to a man. Only thing for him to just only thing, sorry, for him to only just say, thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it. You make my life better. You elevate me, but I'm still too afraid to marry you, or you're not worthy of me honoring you because of the sacrifices and the servitude that you have performed. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Okay. And I think she has convinced herself that she's providing a service to him that he can't find anywhere else. That's another thing. Y'all got to understand, with rich men that have money, right? They don't care if you cook and clean, because at the end of the day, if you're gone tomorrow, they can replace you with a maid and a chef. Honestly and truly, that's just like here. That's one thing I had to learn being here in Colombia. Men don't care. They're not trying to see when they're dating you if you can cook and clean. Why? Because it is culturally common here for a even for a poorer person or lower middle class person to have maids come clean the house at least once a week. It is common for the average person here when they have kids to have nannies to come help them, or they have family members. It's not like in the United States where you have to be rich and wealthy to have a chef or a nanny. So these men here are not impressed if you can cook or clean, because if you don't do it, somebody gonna do it. So she's doing all that serving, but she's working backwards. She's trying to prove to him she's a good girl. She's not there for the money. She just wants to serve, serve, serve. But you're providing a service that is of no net value. Okay. In these type of situations, the man either gotta like you for who you are or he doesn't. Because again, you are easily replaceable. Okay, it's only men that, and I'm not trying to talk down on the men, it's only men who cannot afford and don't have the disposable income to pay for those type of services, who are looking for women to come cook and clean. And even then, that don't mean that they like these women. It's just you're providing a free service to me. Okay, let's watch this interview again. I'm sorry. Let's watch this interview of Kia Proctor talking about the breakup.
And get something going for myself. And then I ended up pregnant with Cashmere. And then that's when I went through a public breakup, and I
Pause. Do y'all see how gorgeous she is? She looked good. She looked good. So in terms of that, Jazzy don't have, they're here. They right here with each other. Okay. So I hope she don't think that it's her looks that's gonna make that man act right. And if I show you the other baby mama, she looked just as good as all three of them. So this is why I said in my title, preferences are not winning, guys. A lot of the times, a lot of women are thinking that y'all seeing these ball players and these athletes choosing these women who are extremely gorgeous. A lot of the times it does have to do with colorism. And let's be clear, I'm not saying that light-skinned women are the only beautiful women. I'm talking about the women that we're seeing people like Cam Newton choose. Because trust and believe, I've seen it. I've seen plenty of athletes that have darker skinned girlfriends. These are the ones who are getting the attention. Okay. These are the ones that we're seeing on the internet. So I've seen plenty of women who think that because they are the preference, they're the woman that the men sing about in the songs and are putting in the music videos now. The light skin, Kia has light eyes, light hair, like just beautiful, phenomenally beautiful. And a lot of the times they feel like because I'm this man's dream woman in terms of looks that I'm going to get treated better. But the preference to baby mama pipeline is so for real out here. It's so for real. And I'm not saying that to talk bad about light-skinned women, because of course, I'm light-skinned, I'm a biracial person myself, but having lived this, have seen it and experienced it, and have being able to feel the energy of men who just want to fetishize me. It's a lot of men that want to lay these type of women down. They don't want to lift them up. And you got to know the difference. And a lot of times I will see women discount themselves just because they don't look like this, and feel like, oh, they're going to be single and nobody's going to take them seriously, or why are all these type of women getting chose? And they don't understand these women are not getting treated any better, and actually in a better position to find something serious, because people aren't fetishizing you based on ignorance, right? Because that's what it's coming from. This is just pure lust and ignorance based on colorism. Do you understand? Like, you're more likely to attract a higher quality of man who sees past just colorism. Like, I have literally met these type of men who they will, like, there will be a beautiful dark skinned woman who is fine, gorgeous, but they will fetishize and choose a woman who is lighter skinned just because she's light skinned, even though the girl don't have it going on up here or doesn't necessarily look as good as the dark skinned women. And I'm not saying that these women over here don't look good because they look good. I'm just saying they're not winning the way that y'all think. I appreciate your show and began following from AP. You are very talented. You also provide insight into women's point of view, which helps my critical thinking. Oh, thank you, Carrie. Yeah. And that's what I want to do. Like, I promise y'all, I'm not trying to be divisive, but I feel like men and women both need to respect how each other think, right? But once you understand how we all think, then you have to move in that. And I want to empower the men who want to do better, and I also want to empower the women who want to do better. But everything has to be from a place of common sense. Okay, let's finish this interview. Oh, hold on. Did I have that?
And that was that. And then me and my partner, we separated. So I'm a single mom of five kids later. People always ask, "Oh, why are you, like, what happened with your marriage?" Or like, "Why you're not in a relationship?" And I always say I was never married, but the relationship, I thought it was going towards marriage. And then my partner at the time had an outside baby.
Okay, it will be a lot of people now. Y'all got to understand, when they got together, let's show some grace, because when they got together, these conversations about marry before you carry were not going on in the internet. They got together in the 2010s. So the conversations that we are having now and the understanding that women are coming to now, we weren't having these conversations even 5 years ago. Okay? So they got together over a decade ago at this point. So I remember it being common for women to just think, you have a baby by a man, y'all stay together, you do right by him, and eventually y'all are going to get married. That used to be the mentality. So there are a lot of people who will come blame Kia for not knowing any better, but that's not what was being taught. Then you got to think about her background. Okay. Again, Kia used to be a dancer, and I'm sure she was a dancer because she had to be. So how much male got genuine male guidance that wasn't based in trying to get her out of her panties do y'all think that she received coming up? How much wisdom do y'all think that she received from other women when she was coming up? Probably not that much, but she did what a lot of women were doing at that time. And again, I'm going to even give Cam Newton some grace because both of them were extremely young when they got together. So had it had been a situation where, he got with her, got her, had all these kids, cheated on her, and the relationship ended, and we saw that previous interview where he was saying he wished he would have did right by her, then I could give him some grace for that. Even then, the point is, though, he getting too old for the stuff that he's doing, and he knows better. If you three baby mamas in. What's your take on if this is Jazz and Cam looking to create a couple of the trad wife in Black America? Well, if that's what they're trying to do, I don't think that it's giving what they think it's supposed to give, because I don't see anybody praising or applauding this, either male or female. The only thing I will see some men saying is, well, she obviously happy because she there, which I agree. She's not walking away. So they're not wrong for saying that, but I don't even see men trying, like, I don't see men praising and applauding the stuff that she's saying. Everybody looking at them like, y'all goofy. So if that is the plan, it is backfiring heavily. What's your take on Jazz wanting to be in the Newton family for her children because Cam's mom and dad have built a great foundation. That's got to be what it is. But here's the thing, she doesn't understand, because I'm trying to figure out if this is all a social media publicity stunt and they're in cahoots with each other and they're knowingly and actively talking about these things and planning them out, or if Jazzy is playing this role because she's trying to get to a long-term bag. And to that, if it's that, I would say she's ill-advised. She's ill-advised because this man is not going to marry her, nor does he have intentions to marry her. And if he does marry her, it's only going to be because he knows he can do whatever he wants to do, and she's not going to leave like Kia, which when we finish this interview, you will see what she said. So in that case, why not marry her? And she seems like the type to sign an ironclad prenup where she gets nothing just to try to prove she's there for love and not the money. So I don't know. She hustling backwards if she's trying to get to the money, because she should have waited to have the baby if that's what she was going to do. Not smart, in my opinion.
And he kind of wanted to force it on me, and I wasn't really ready to. I mean, I don't really know how to describe this or talk about this. He had a baby outside of our relationship that wanted to focus on my career and get something that I was not okay with. And we were not married. So I'm like, if I'm not about to deal with this, because I thought what we had was something way more special than the way you're treating it. And I felt like I had no choice but to leave. I had to choose me and my kids over what he was about to put me through.
Respect. See, he had her messed up. See, the problem too with a lot of the times when men deal with women like Kia, these women about the club, it's so many that's willing to put up with polyamorous relationships, outside relationships, outside babies, as long as they're getting a check, especially if that woman got with him for the bag to begin with. And they'll put up with that. They have that mentality of as long as I don't know what's going on. I believe that Kia was genuinely there because she loved Cam and she felt betrayal. And yet, as a woman, when a man does something like that, it'd be one thing, and I'm not saying put up with cheating at all, ladies, because I'm the first one to slide. Okay. But it'd be one thing if a man cheated on you and y'all tried to like work it out and there was no evidence of the cheating. But once a baby gets brought into this world, there's evidence of it. You can't hide that. You have to try to explain to your friends, your family, and your children. And as a woman, I became more strong as a woman after I had a little girl, because I had to understand the things that I put up with. She's going to look at and see these are things that are okay to put up with. That's what she's going to expect as normal for a relationship. So having a daughter it puts a different type of strength and backbone in you that you didn't think that you had before then, because you understand a little girl is watching me. So I completely agree with her when she says, like, she sounds like she didn't want to leave, but you left me with no choice, right? We can't rebound from this. Hey, Batman, how are you? Good to see you here. A baby is a whole nother level. That's a big change in your life. Yeah. Then you got to deal with every time y'all at the family. Because here's the thing. You can't, if you're going to stay, you have to treat the kid just like you would treat your own kids. Because at the end of the day, that is an innocent child. If you choose to try to mistreat the kid or say the kid can't come over or can't come to family events, you're going to be seen as the witch and the villain, which honestly you should, because it's a child and it's innocent, right? Or it's a double-edged sword, because every time the child is coming around and you are treating the child good, people are going to be looking at you at the family barbecues and holidays like, oh, baby, you a strong woman. You a strong? Well, you got a different kind of strength, baby. I don't never want to be that strong, or it couldn't be me. So people are going to talk about you either way. It's like the only option that you have to try to maintain some sort of dignity and respect is to go. And then once a man has had a baby on you and you stayed, there's nothing that man will not do. He's going to continue to cheat. He might even have another baby on you because you did the ultimate mess up. He did the ultimate mess up and you still stayed. So what more can he do after that that's going to make him worry about you leaving? Nothing. Nothing. It's open season on you. You would have to basically be at his will and mercy and trust that he just feels bad enough not to cheat on you. And if he didn't feel bad before, he probably don't care now. That's just how that goes. 100%. The baby didn't ask to be here, and who knows what kind of mom the baby has, and if she's cooperative or competitive with you. Yeah, because you don't know if he has a baby mama that is gonna be trying to, what was going on with Kirk and Rashida and the other baby mama. I think her name is Jasmine. uh Showing up at the door naked and things like that, or every time you and your man get into it, well, he has access via his child to another woman. So who's to say he's not going to get into it with you and use the kid as an excuse to go over there and lay up with her? And it's just too much, too many variables. Like, you gotta skate once a man gets another woman pregnant.
So that I was not okay with. Like, they're in a great space. I don't know. I try to make sure that they don't go without and that they're good mentally. And we have a great co-parenting schedule. Like, we do good with co-parenting. I feel like we do the best we can and we make it work. We make it work for the kids. It has definitely been a work in progress. And I feel like it should get better with time.
I feel like there was a lot that Kia could have said, but because she is a woman of class and she cares more about her kids and their feelings and their relationship with their dad, she didn't say. Because I felt the weight of that when she was like, it's a work in progress and it should get better with time, which she's not lying. Co-parenting, as long as you are setting boundaries and y'all are not sleeping together anymore, co-parenting should get better with time. I'm curious to know her relationship with Jasmine, because Jasmine is very much giving pick me vibes. Like, I don't see her as being an ugly person, but I could definitely see her try to do little stuff to try to let it be known she's the one that got chosen. What Jasmine don't understand is the only reason why you here, sis, is because this woman chose to have a backbone and leave. That's it. That's all. He wanted her. He wanted her. Okay. So she just chose to pack up her things and leave and stand on business. She didn't choose to sit up and sing songs with this man about why have one when I can have three. That's the only reason why Jasmine is there. And Jasmine probably knows it. She probably watches these interviews and sees that, hey, she did, and that's the only reason why I'm here. Okay. What they say on Love and Basketball, the only reason why you here is because Tanya Randall got pregnant and decided not to show up. They was done recruiting. Okay. That's what it's giving. Cam is a superstar. He is. I'm not taking that away from him. He's a superstar. He's talented. And like I was saying earlier, what one woman won't do, another one will. That's why he is the way that he is. Men like that have to change because they are sick and tired of themselves. There's nothing that you can do as a woman to make a man like that be faithful and sit down somewhere. It's no amount of cooking and cleaning. Yes, it's giving that. I hope she knows that. I hope she knows that. Okay. Oh, hold on.
Just give it time. I feel like everything always gets better with time. As long as the parents are good in a good place, then the kids will be good. So as long as they see a healthy relationship, I feel like that's the best thing you can do. Because the co-parenting schedule, we do week on and week off. We switch every Sunday. It's like I have that week, that free week to myself where I can focus on what Kia wants to do and create all of these things for Kia. Like I started a beauty line.
I love that for her. I love that for her. I have a lot of respect for her. And again, Kia has a YouTube channel. I love that she took a situation that would break a lot of women down or cause another woman, a weaker woman, to say, okay, well, I'm just gonna go try to look for me another baller to quickly go settle down with and have some kids by. No, they broke up like 4 years ago, I believe, close 3 or 4 years ago, and you haven't really seen her out and about with anybody. Not saying that she shouldn't date or that she shouldn't move on, but what I'm saying is she's chosen to focus on herself and building career and do something for her because she spent a large part of her life having kids and taking care of kids. I'm also gonna say I'm gonna commend Cam for having his kids for a week because that definitely helps the situation. It would be different if he's moving around and he only sees his kids 1 or 2 weekends out of a month. The fact that he has 3 different households and he's able to bring, we at least know, I don't know about the other baby mama, but we at least know the kid with Jazzy and his other kids with Kia are in the house at the same time for 2 weeks out of the month. That's actually really good because that allows these kids to develop a bond and a friendship growing up. And it also allows Cam to have equal parts parenting and for Kia to go focus on other things. So I like that she used that as an opportunity to build herself versus trying to go latch on to some other man or baller for their money. So much respect to her. She seems like a very classy woman. And I know that Cam know every day, even though he with Jazzy, I know he look back and see how she stand on business and knows every day that he messed up. Okay, did I have anything else to show y'all? I'm trying to think I showed y'all all the little clips that I had. But y'all, this is just um it's really unfortunate to see Jasmine go out like that, honestly and truly. Because she has so much promise. She had shows on BTs. She built her TV personality. I think what it was, and I've seen her talk about this, she got tired of waiting. She got tired of being lonely. She got tired of not having somebody to take the pictures with. She got tired of not having somebody to spend the holidays with, which honestly and truly, if we keep it 1000, this single life is not for the weak, right? Especially if you're not doing things to try to improve your own quality of life on your own. And even then, you could spend all your time working out, spend all your time reading books, spend all your time developing your businesses, but you're going to have nights when you feel lonely and when you want to be laid up with somebody because it's human nature for us to want to be with other people, right? And to that, I say there's a couple options that you have. You can either find somebody that you can just keep around for when you want to have that feeling and experience, but it not be a full-time thing. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that as long as you're two adults in agreement and there's honesty and it's everything is up front, right? Having you somebody like that will help tide you over while you are focused on you the majority of the time, or you can go try to find an actual relationship. But I would never advise somebody just commit to, and I'm not promoting having casual like just spreading yourself thin out here. That's not what I'm saying. Like if you can find you just one person you can come to an understanding with and it genuinely be an understanding until it's not, then I think that's a good middle ground that's not too extreme for those of y'all who can't be celibate for years and years and years, right? But with that said, that's an understanding. That's not you publicly humiliating yourself and getting off of your path and your purpose and having kids by somebody that you're not committed to. That's ridiculous. Mariah, have you read the book Court Thorn Rose? No, what is that about? Let me write it down. That's what I want. Yeah. And honestly and truly, y'all, I call myself thinking about trying to start dating, but it's too much. Like for somebody like me who I have other things that I'm working on and trying to get off the ground, it's like I finally understand how men feel when they say like I'm busy, I have other things to do. I cannot sit up and go back and forth with you texting all day. And no, I don't got time to be talking on the phone a lot throughout the week. It's not that I'm not interested. I just don't have time because the things that I'm trying to do right now are so important that I can't afford to be distracted. And women, like at a young age, especially, need to get that type of mentality. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's better to build something for you. And then when you have a little bit more time, then you try to focus on a relationship. Women are having kids later and later now. Like, don't get desperate and thirsty over a timeline or because of your biological clock is ticking. You got to have a mentality of, well, I can either have kids later, or if I don't have kids by a certain age, that meant it wasn't in the cards for me. It's better to do that than to go out here sad. I mean, it's pros and cons to everything. Y'all hear women on the internet complaining about being married and having kids and crying and talking about their regrets, and then you hear women who were single complaining about being single. The problem is everybody thinks the grass is always greener instead of just watering the grass that's right in front of you. It works well. Self-focus with a little companionship on the side is great for me these days. Yeah. And honestly and truly, it helps you not get tired of a person. Being in a relationship as an additional amount of responsibility to your day, especially if you are a person who is just naturally catering. Like I cater to my daughter all day. I'm not in a space in my life where I have time to even fit doing the things I do for my daughter in with the man. It just would be so much work and responsibility. And I had to own that. Like I had to really sit and be honest with myself because I could blame men for why I'm single, but honestly and truly, I had to realize I intentionally don't put myself in situations where I'll get into a committed relationship. Like I'm very intent like I do that on purpose. Like even when I lived in Dallas, I used to always have, even though there are men who live in my area, I could be going out and trying to meet other men. I used to only do long distance relationships. Why? Because I don't have to do any work. Right. But I had to be honest with myself. I had to be honest with myself about that. Please do a book review on that. Okay. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna go viral. This must be an interesting book. I'm gonna read it. A video came across my recommendations about women that don't enjoy motherhood, and it was really interesting. It wasn't hateful, just truthful. Yes. And even me as a person who, like, I absolutely love my daughter, and would do anything for her. And if I could go back and have her again, I would go back and have her again. I would go through everything that I went through in life just to have her because I feel like she was this specific child, not having children in general, her specifically, because to know where it's to love her was my mission. Um, I don't think I would do it again with a different kid. No. Mm-mm. 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 Yeah, long distance. Like you ain't got only problem with long distance, Minky, is that like I can do long distance, but a lot of the times men can't do long distance because they be wanting somebody, even if they like you, they want somebody right there that they can easily have access to. And that's where the problems come in. You know what I'm saying? People who can't like focus, that's where the issues start coming in. So I don't think I would do long distance anymore. I would do like somebody that lives an hour away because that's long distance enough to where you only got to see them on the weekend and you don't even got to see them every weekend, but short enough to where it's easy to bridge the gap when y'all want to. It doesn't feel like something that's just so far away, you know? That casual companionship come with too much disrespect. You think y'all cool till he pop up with a girlfriend and didn't tell you. Yeah. See, and okay, you could see that two ways, right? Because you could be the committed girlfriend and he pop up with a girlfriend he didn't tell you about. He had a girlfriend on the side that you didn't know about anyway. Or, y'all could just agree this is what we're doing. But honestly and truly, if you're in a companionship situation with somebody and they just pop up with a girlfriend and start taking her seriously, you weren't the one he liked anyway, right? He didn't want you anyway. So you got to kind of look at it as that when you go into any type of relationship, you always got to go into it with the mindset of this could end. It's most likely is going to end, but especially when you're doing that whole casual thing, what you got to understand is men be lying. It's a point blank period. Some women be lying, but a lot of times they're not going to let their left hand know what their right hand is doing. So if you were in a casual companionship with a man and he pops up with a girlfriend that he didn't have when y'all first started dating, it's one or two things. Either he doesn't like you like that, so you were always in his mind just somebody that was just for now. You can't, if somebody's looking for a relationship, you can't expect them to be single just to fool with you and y'all aren't in an actual relationship. You can't expect them to be open and available. And I guess, yeah, maybe they probably should have told you, but they be lying. Or he probably, if it was a situation where at first you were seen as somebody to be in a relationship with, it's just he got so comfortable with you saying you don't want to be in a relationship that he started dating other people and found somebody else that he liked because he compartmentalized you. And in his mind, it was like, we ain't never going to be together. So I'm open and available to go get another girlfriend. LOL, that's true. That's why I just want a lover and friend. Nothing real for now. Yeah, my whole thing is as long as the person is single people only, because that's the thing. It be so many people in relationships that have polluted the dating market. It's so bad when I tell y'all these men out here in Colombia, because it's not just the men that do all that cheating out here. It's women out here that cheat just as much. So if I tell a man, okay, I will talk to you later, I have to go to bed because I have to go to sleep early, they start asking me if I have a relationship. Maybe like, are you in a relationship? No, I have to go to sleep. I don't have nobody over here with me. I gotta go to sleep. I got things to do in the morning. I can't be up talking to you all night. My dad taught me always get a title. If he cheat, you just got to charge it to the game. Yeah, I mean, and I guess it just depends on what exactly you want. This is what I'll say, Nicole. A lot of the times, women will agree to situations that they're not all the way 100% with. So you got to know what you're doing. You got to know what you're doing. So, for example, if you just want a man that's a companion, don't have a man don't meet your dream man or a man that you will really want to be with, and because he might not want to be in a relationship or be ready to settle down with, you take the lesser option, which is just being the homie, or the friends with benefits. If you want a companion, my suggestion is get you a man where it ain't even going, he could still be cute, he could still be something that you like, but it ain't nothing that you just in a hurry to sit down with. Get you one of them, get you somebody you can protect your heart and feelings with. Don't go find a man that is like, oh, like this is it right here, and then agree to a situation with him that you really didn't want because that's all he's gonna give you. You gotta know how to be smart with these kind of things. I've never done a casual relationship. I see other women doing it and they always end up played. I feel like they always end up played because a lot of times they end up lying. It's either one or two things. They lied about what they wanted with that man to begin with, or they're pretending to be hard, or they started catching feelings and stopped dating other men, right? So I feel like if you already know what you're wanting going into it, and you're honest with yourself, and you're dealing with somebody that you can keep at a distance, and you have other things going, and then you just keep it in the back of your mind that you just gotta, in my mind, I already be thinking, okay, this person is not being all the way honest with me. Why would they? It doesn't benefit them. It don't benefit them to be honest with me. If you are honest and that's all you want, it's fine. Yeah, but you got to do that, requires a lot of self-searching. Don't say that's all you want just cuz you feel like you can't actually get into a relationship. Don't do that. Don't do that. Be honest about you in the space that you're in. Be honest about, like, for me, it's not even that I don't want a relationship. I don't have time. I literally cannot fit it into my schedule. It makes absolutely no sense for me to try to uh get anything going with a man that's like serious, or to be working towards a relationship, because he's just gonna end up feeling neglected anyway. So you got to get out of your feelings and be reasonable about certain things. And then when you make the decision and you're being reasonable based on your lifestyle, your needs, and your wants, then you won't necessarily feel played when people get to acting crazy, because you made your decision based on what was right for you, not you trying to be like manipulative or work your way into a position slowly that you know that other person probably was not wanting you to be in. That's where people start getting played. Now, I'm not saying that there are not men who sit up and lie and pretend like they want other stuff. Another thing too, women gotta learn dealing with these companionship situations. Like when you tell a man, I don't want nothing serious with you, I don't want to be with you, don't think that that doesn't hurt his ego. And 9 times out of 10, he's going to want his get backs. So you just gotta know that you can 9 times out of 10 you can't never be in a relationship with that man, or you can't never fall for him and try to be serious, because he's gonna want to get his lick back for that. Don't think that don't hurt him, even if he didn't want you like that. Don't think that didn't hurt him. Girl, trust me, I'm 43. After my last engagement, I felt like I needed a break, and my career is on 10,000 right now, plus 3 Gs. No time for anything else but fun and affection. That's it. That's it. And honestly and truly, once you've done the whole relationship thing before, I know, like, it always irritates me when I get on the internet and I'll see these clips of these men in the manosphere talking about, oh, all y'all women, y'all got ran through in your 20s and now you're in your 30s and you want to settle down. And it's like they discount the women who were sat down during their 20s and trying to be in relationships and were in long-term relationships and were catering to men, and it just didn't work out. So now we're in our 30s and we're living for us. Like Kia, not all of us are not married because we were out here getting ran through and talking to multiple men at once and doing all this dating and going on dates every weekend and having guys pay for us. A lot of us kind of learned the opposite. Like, okay, well, we did that. We did the girlfriend thing. We did the being submissive to a man, and now it's our time. It's our time to focus on us, not even necessarily be out in these streets. So there's always two sides to it. Okay, guys. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to drop a link in the comments. I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes, and if anybody wants to come up and give their opinion on what I talked about, you can do so. I will leave the floor to you if you want to agree or disagree. You don't have to get on camera. You can just click on the link, come on here with your avatar and talk, give me your opinion. LOL, the manosphere does not understand nuance. No, it's just they don't understand nuance, nor do they understand women, which is why they have so much trouble with women, which is why the women don't want them, which is why they got to pay for the company of women, because who gonna deal with that for free? I'm divorced and enjoying the free time. Yeah, that's another part they don't talk about. Most women that get divorced don't want to remarry. I meet so many older women who have gotten divorced and you cannot pay them to get married. They just want a little friend that they can come over. They don't even mind cooking for their little friend when you come over. You gotta come over here and eat. I ain't bringing nothing by there. But when you come over, sure, I'll cook you some collard greens and cornbread, a little mac and cheese, a little fried chicken, a little ham. Yeah, I can do that for you, Leroy. But then you got to go home. Oh my god. I wonder if that's gonna be me when I get older. Cause I can honestly see me having that type of mentality. Like, sir, okay, you outstaying your welcome. For real. Okay, guys. Again, I have the link in the description box. Just a little bit of house cleaning, guys. Remember, when y'all are coming in here, like my videos. Even if you don't want to comment, like the videos, please. That helps people see that I'm live. It will recommend my lives to people. If y'all want me to keep doing this, I missed the last 51 minutes, but I came live to be in the show. Oh, so do you want to get on, D Mally? You can. The link is in the description. Oh, you came live to be in the know. I'm sorry, I was reading too fast. Uh, yes, we were just talking about. Well, what did I end up? We were talking about. We done talked about so much stuff. We talked about Kia standing on business and leaving Cam, which much respect to her, and also taking her life back and going and running up this bag instead of running into the arms of men with her newfound freedom. We talked about the fact that it was good that Cam is taking care of his kids equally with Kia. But we also talked about how, trying to prove your worth to men that are rich and can afford to replace you with a woman to cook and clean. That's just not a smart move. Oh, thank you. That's so kind. Yes, y'all, I had a couple of meetings today. Speaking of meetings, time to pay these bills. Guys, if you want to sign up for StreamYard, I have a link in the description box. So if you use my link, of course, I get that referral money if you want to support me. If you were already going to get StreamYard anyway, please sign up through my link. Also, if you want to make an extra $100, I have my Chime link in the description box as well. You can use that until September 6th, and you will get $100, but you have to sign up for direct deposit. Now, these are things I already use. I have StreamYard, I have Chime, so I'm not promoting something to y'all that I don't use. I actually like my Chime account. I have Chime and I have Bank of America, but I like to use my Chime for my direct deposits because my money hits my account 2 days earlier. With Bank of America, they're not going to release your funds until the day of when you get paid. So Chime has come in the clutch for me so many times. And if you really just need it, Chime has they also have a program to where if you've been with them for a certain amount of time and you're paying your stuff back on time, you can get up to, I think, $500 of your paycheck for payday. So it's really beneficial. And fear just want little girls they can manipulate. That's all it is. That's why they're steady harping on the 18 to 25 age range. What the hell do you know at between 18 and 25? Can y'all think of how dumb you were between the ages of 18 and 25? And that's not to disrespect my young people. I know y'all think that y'all know it all and got it figured out, but you really don't. And it's a huge mental jump. Like the years between 25 and 30 for me, oh my god, like I could see so much growth. Like looking back, I can see why they say our brains aren't fully developed until 25, because your cognitive processes completely change after the age of 25. Who did your makeup? I did my makeup. Yeah, I always do my makeup. Sometimes I don't do a good job, but yeah, I did my makeup. I try to keep it simple. I like a more classic like 90s look. So I've actually been trying to find ways to tone my makeup down some. What else did I have to say? Again, guys, the link, I'm gonna post it again just in case y'all can't see it. If you want to come and give your opinion, you don't have to get on camera. Um, the link is in the description box. But until then, guys, follow me on TikTok if you're on TikTok. If y'all want to see more about my life living abroad, and y'all want to see more on travel, if that's what you're interested to, my TikTok is actually growing. I actually have a video on there that went viral. It has almost 1 million views. This is another message. Believe in yourself, guys. Like, believe in yourself and be delusional. Because when I first moved to Colombia in June, I only had 78 followers on TikTok. I wasn't even thinking about TikTok at all. I would just get on there randomly. I made a video about the Colombian healthcare system, and for whatever, and it was specifically about the pharmacies. I talked about this injection I got at the pharmacies for a headache. I don't know why, but people were so interested in that video. I'm still getting comments on that video. It has almost a million views, and I went from having only 78 followers to almost 6,000 followers within the span of a couple months. And you can make money on TikTok because once you make like 5,000 followers, then you can do TikTok shop so people can buy stuff off of there. Once you hit 10,000 followers, that's when people, they will actually put ads on your TikToks. So if I keep going at the rate that I'm going, I'll probably hit that really soon. But if you're interested in travel, thank you, Binky. If you are interested in travel, follow me at Thepassportsis on TikTok. I also have a channel by the same name. And I'm going to be helping people do relocation services for people who want to move out the country, where I will be doing full services, helping you research and get together everything that you need in order to be able to move abroad, as well as I do travel advising. So if you want to go on vacation and you want somebody like me who likes to travel, I love putting together travel itineraries and planning trips from start to finish. You can hit me up at mariah.brown@fora.travel. And I got you. I'm gonna start working with this guy on helping him relocate to Colombia. So he hit me up today. So guys, yeah, we're doing big things with this channel, and thank everybody for coming and supporting me. What I said I'm gonna do is start dedicating more time to y'all and making sure that I'm coming on consistently and at a consistent time so that y'all know when to look for me. So tomorrow I will be back. Let me see what the topic is for tomorrow. I think I already have it up and scheduled. I'll let y'all know. Let me tell y'all. I'll let y'all know right now. Oh, tomorrow we are going to be talking about Judge Mathis getting a divorce. His wife filed for divorce on him, as well as Miss Tina Knowles getting a divorce from Richard Lawson. The topic is going to be about, should women divorce when they get older? Because I saw in the comment section when this news came out, it was very controversial. There were so many people who were just like, at this point, y'all should just stay together. Y'all done got that old. You should just stay together. Even, they live on a separate side of the house. You live on a separate side of the house. So we're going to be analyzing and dissecting divorce in older age. Okay. With that said, it's been real talking to y'all. I have other things that I have to do, but I will see y'all tomorrow at 3 o'clock sharp. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all have a wonderful evening.